Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, where we are heading towards the climax of the third-class trial. We just managed to finally accuse Mikan of being the killer, so let's see what her response is.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the deaths of two people, Ibuki and Hiyoko, and you being the one responsible.
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hiyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
This is the truth.
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible?
How so?
A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
That offers no evidence whatsoever. You're just assuming because of the way she looks and acts that she couldn't accomplish this.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question!
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Yes?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikan have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
I don't think it is.
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence?
Yep. She was the one who suggested the on-call room. Then she also suggested that you wait in the lobby so you would be available to see her little performance.
At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music venue. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Akane or Nagito could technically have done it, but I don't think they'd have been able to pull off imitating Ibuki.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
Even throwing that out of the equation, I don't think that you could have accurately fooled people into thinking you were Ibuki, just because of your body build.
So that must mean...
Please, wait a second! What are you saying? I'm the killer?
Do you have proof that you're not, now that we've presented proof that you are?
That's impossible! There's no way I could kill someone!
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Thank you, Nagito.
It just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Yes.
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think!
Well, then give us some reason to believe that. Disprove some of our evidence.
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikan is the killer?
You're going to have to look past your preconceptions if you want us to survive this.
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
That's a little over the top.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
Thank you, Sonia.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation.
Well, unfortunately, we know she's telling the truth there because of our interactions with her, unless our social interactions with her were false. Was she lying during that? Is that possible in this game?
Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
Well then, you're going to have to do more than just asserting that you didn't do it.
What do you say, Hajime?
I say she's the killer.
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
Not at all. I actually sort of liked you a little bit after completing your report card, but I'm not going to let that get in the way of doing what we need to do.
Hey, Hajime!
Are you going to do something stupid again, Akane? Everyone's ganging up on me. Oh, come on. Don't let this crying routine turn you away from what is obviously the truth. Tricks aside, logic aside, is she really capable of doing something like this? I do not want to throw logic aside. Logic is what saves us. Appealing to emotions is what gets us fucking killed. Come on, Hajime. Be strong. Could it be I'm the one making a mistake? No, in fact, it'd be so much easier if I was wrong. If I have this much doubt about someone I've spent so much time with.
Can you hold on a minute?
Sure, though you're scaring me since your eyes are in their crazy appearance.
Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time.
Are you going to be on our side this time?
I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
That's true. It makes you see things in a different light and twist facts to your preconception, which is why it's better to start with none.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
I am breathless with anticipation.
What? Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it, right?
Sure, spit it out.
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game!
I was waiting for that.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang! That's a huge deal!
A decisive clue? Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from.
You did say something about that rope. Is there something special about it?
This rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
I think that's the intention.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
Oh, okay. Here's where he's going to prove that Ibuki was killed before she was strung up.
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new.
It's going to have more wear than it should.
Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly.
That's because that's where she garroted Ibuki.
But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Hold on. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along.
He did, because he mentioned that there was something strange about the rope when we were investigating the music venue. I almost wish the game had let us see the fray so that we could have made the conclusion ourselves, but it's fine that Nagito reveals it.
What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too.
Mm-hmm. Or those who misdirect.
Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
Huh?
More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
Well, then they hoisted her with the baton lighting.
Huh?
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Nagito's words contain a decisive clue. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I mean, he's pretty much proven that Ibuki was killed by garroting instead of by hanging. Is that really true? Alright, let's pay attention then. Rope, paper, surveillance camera. Oh, the temperature. Maybe? I mean, she definitely did that.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
Okay.
That's basically the same thing.
Not
Though
really.
hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
The
But we
wounds.
believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Because
Did we fall for
Ibuki
someone's
told us
lie?
so. Yes, we did.
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Ibuki's true cause of death was strangulation. That fact is the decisive proof that will lead to the killer. I think we need to copy someone lied. I don't think we have a
didn't die
bullet.
From hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Oh, I
The
can't
body at
take
the crime
someone's
scene
lie.
was hanged, you know.
So maybe the
Obviously,
scars
we'd
look
assume it was
different
a
and then
hanging.
shoot someone's lie to agree?
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Alright, that has to be it then, right?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for
Because
someone's
of
lie?
Mikon. Yes we did. Did I use the wrong bullet?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Okay, I'm not really sure how to proceed on this one. There's a lot going on, and there's several things that could be saying what we're trying to say, that it was Mikan who lied about the autopsy. True cause of death was strangulation. That fact is the decisive proof. Okay.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
So I take strangled?
That's basically
And then
the
shoot
same
lied
thing.
with that?
Though hanging and strangling seems, the scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
That's not it either. Okay, so when I shoot lie, you want me to say who's lying? Okay. So what am I supposed to shoot?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
That can't be it.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Oh, I am so stumped. That fact okay, so the strangulation is the decisive proof. That leads me to believe that the bullet we need to shoot is the strangulation. But I don't see anything that makes sense to shoot with it except the lie. Oh. Okay, let's look back through this again.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Maybe we do have
Though
the bullet?
hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars
But
they
I-
leave would look different too.
But if I shoot
Scars? You mean
lie
the
with
rope
this,
burn,
won't they just
right?
ask who?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
All right, let's try it. Oh,
That must be it.
oh, geez. Okay.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
Yep, he did ask. And she did lie.
You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikan?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikan, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You know, in any other circumstances, I'd be inclined to believe you, Mikan, as I've argued sort of the same thing. That nurse knowledge is not like doctor knowledge. Except the preponderance of the evidence also points to the fact that you did it.
You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
Don't get pulled in, Sonia.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
Except she's not unskilled or she wouldn't be the ultimate nurse.
He's totally right. I'm such a clumsy mess, and I got so careless.
Mikan nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
No, that's to your detriment. And all the rest of ours, too.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her.
Which is why I first thought that she just talked her into hanging herself.
It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikan because she was nursing her.
Yeah, and even if she didn't have that disease, in our interactions with Mikan, Mikan herself asserted that people do what she says because she's their nurse and taking care of them.
So Mikan volunteered to nurse us? 'Cause she was planning to do this all along?
I don't know about all along.
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikan is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
I mean, you're sort of a criminal. You did instigate the first killing.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikan is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind.
What's it going to take? What more evidence do you need? Are we going to have to break Mikan and make her confess?
Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess.
I never thought I'd say this, Nagito, but please don't back off.
But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer.
Well, this is certainly going in a direction I didn't anticipate.
There's no way. I'm capable of killing someone.
I did not expect that her tears would make everyone doubt actual evidence.
Is that really true?
Alright, Hajime. If we gotta do it, we gotta do it.
Stop it already! That's enough!
No, it's not.
I can't stop!
Can't stop, won't stop.
I don't want to do this either. Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
Listen. I spent more time with Mikan than any of you. And this is still necessary.
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
That is a weird turn of phrase.
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Not directly opposites, but they are in conflict.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict.
Right, which... that's also a weird way to try to prove that you say belief and doubt are not opposites.
'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
I think you're confusing the word believe with the word faith. It is reasonable to believe things that have reasonable evidence. Faith, however, is believing something regardless of evidence. So, even though I personally don't believe we can ever be absolutely certain about anything in life, we can be reasonably certain. So, I think the word you're wanting to use here, Chiaki, is if there's no room for doubt, there's no room for faith.
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
I reject that assertion.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say?
Okay, Mikan. I did not expect that to make you change.
Ah, so in the end, you're just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying your actions with fancy words. Making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that! You hear me? I'm done!
Alright, I didn't expect this either.
Hey, Mikan.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Not fair! Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away!
That is such a strange argument.
What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
You killed 2 people.
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying.
I agree.
Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
Probably just push her a little bit further. She looks like she's ready to snap.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends.
I still am of the opinion that not everyone here is my friend.
But still, the truth is one of us murdered 2 of our friends. That's why we gotta stick with this until the very end, so we can finally break these chains of despair.
Chiaki.
Hey, Mikan, can I ask you one last thing? If you're not the killer, then who fabricated that video Hajime watched?
Like I said, it obviously wasn't me.
That doesn't tell us anything. Just stating the same argument over and over without offering any evidence doesn't get us anywhere.
Can you prove it?
Prove it?
Yes, can you at least present someone who could have reasonably been there and done it?
Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video?
You went upstairs, and you were the only one that we know of upstairs.
That's right! Show me your proof! Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room.
Maybe? But it's the only place within range that fits the description, and we've already proven that it wasn't filmed at the music venue. So unless you can present another place that would fit, then it's the only thing that does.
Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy. I didn't do anything wrong.
I think you've already lost, Mikan.
Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I mean, we've known that from fairly early on. I didn't know she was this emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer. The video. I never filmed that video.
It seems she finally started arguing for us.
Huh?
But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime.
Oh, gee. Thanks, Chiaki. Just stick this right on me.
So, I'm going to leave this to you once again.
All right. Could it be? Was this Chiaki's goal all along? She's saying everyone's fate depends on me. The only person who saw that video.
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
I need to make up my mind. I'm the one who has to do it. Are we going to do another logic dive? I'm the one who's going to finish this. Oh no. It is a non-stop debate. We've never used this.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital
Maybe.
gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof?
They're not that different.
You could tell
They're
her body
very
type
similar.
under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Camera
Just
angle.
from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
How did she know the camera angle? I mean, obviously we can tell sort of where the camera was situated from the video, except she never saw the video. Don't flinch, don't hesitate, don't run away. I'm the only one who saw that video. Who else is going to do it if I don't?
I'm not the
Do we have a bullet that works?
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
I'm going to try this. Nope, it's not. Okay.
Damn it!
Think about it one more time.
Not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Camera angle's
Just
suspicious.
from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the
Oh,
killer's
mistake. That's it. That's what we have to use. Just get back there and shoot it again.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that.
Huh? Is the hemp bag on? Is the hospital gown she was? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly...
Is that really your? You could tell her body type under the just from
Cross
that,
your
just from
fingers
that
and-
camera angle.
Yep, that's got
I'll
it.
shoot through that
Sweet.
contradiction. Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
It's because she set up the camera.
The only reason Mikan knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me! Huh?
Do you have multiple personalities?
Huh? 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 Huh?
reminding me of Junko a lot.
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
Yeah. Junko Jr. here.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
Impossible?
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead.
This is not going to work. We already know that it was a 2-for-1.
Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
It was similar.
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that?
We do, obviously.
More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right?
I mean, I can't see it in this video, but I'm guessing it's there.
Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't.
Okay, this is creepy.
Ta-da! There's no mistake that that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible?
No, because it's not limited to 1. It's limited to 2.
Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think?
If it were as you say it is, it would be, but since it's not, no.
That's why that video isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
She is far more broken than I ever thought she was.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Oh, you'll stop, and it won't be with forgiveness. Long time no see. Well, not really. It's time for the panic talk action. This is probably going to be my last job during a class trial. Please humor me. Please humor me while I taint your ears one last time. Starting from this PTA, the reload and ammo features will be added. You will no longer be able to make do with just the left mouse button. Below the tempo marker in the lower portion of the screen, the number of bullets are displayed. From this point on, you'll need 1 bullet to destroy 1 remark. When you're out of bullets, you won't be able to destroy the remarks no matter how much you mash the left mouse button. You will be able to refresh your bullets by pressing the tab key to reload. Just like locking on, press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. The controls are the same as the left mouse button. Match the tempo marker either by pressing the tab key. The number of bullets refreshed is based on how well you kept the tempo. If you get the timing wrong when you press the tab key, bullets will not be refreshed, so please be careful. Also, your ammo will be completely refreshed and will not run out during fever time, which is good for us. If your difficulty level is set to general, you do not need to reload. I guess this was a pretty useless explanation, even though it was the last one. That should be all the explanations for the class trials. The rest is up to you to overcome. You should be able to find it beyond this point. What you and I both yearn for. True despair. Hey, don't project your twisted desires onto me. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item! That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
At this point, I don't know if she ever had it under control. Maybe it was just a thin veneer of sanity.
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right?
At this rate, we're not getting anywhere. I gotta do something and end this. I gotta do something so I can make her admit it. All right, here we go.
You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. You're done for! Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Theater bonus prize. Get wrecked, Mikan.
Monokuma mentioned this earlier.
BOGO, bitches.
Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
Because you don't deserve forgiveness.
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
No one hated you until this.
Mikan,
Well,
it's already over.
Hyoko hated you, but I don't know that she actually liked anyone but Mayuru.
After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
All right. Let's see. What I saw on the monitor. The video. Okay. What did the killer do after the broadcast? Just left of the surveillance camera, turning on the switch. No, nothing goes there. The body was hidden before. We don't have that. The small clue that the killer left. Maybe that? No. No, that's referring to the slip of paper. We don't have that yet. Okay. Put it back to normal after destroying it. Okay, that's her breaking the drumstick. How was the real locked room created? The glue. So this goes here. Okay, gotcha. Oh, this is the last stock? That was quick. Yoko taped to the pillar. The ripped paper here. Throw off the hint bag. Yeah, ripped off the wallpaper. There. Yeah, that goes there. No? Yeah, that goes there.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Wow, that was a short closing
The key to
argument.
this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mikan this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. but that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance.
Alright, let's be clear. Drumsticks are pretty freaking stout. I don't think Mikan broke a drumstick with her bare hands.
However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko and me. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikan? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
I think she's had a psychotic break.
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time.
Such a long time since what? Since you killed someone? Are you an angel of death?
This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you.
Or it's been so long since you've been treated like trash and you've been longing for it.
This feeling of despair!
Okay. She really is Junko Jr.
Mikan, what has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
Sure, I don't mind giving you a moment, Monokuma. You can certainly have a moment in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like below. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.